Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Roswell, New Mexico, Season 2, Episode 7, Como Flor, which means oh my god, with the flower, I literally just Google Translator, I've already forgotten. But flower is a key part here, and I'm wondering if that's going to be linked to Maria because she had the flower in her necklace that her mother gave her, and now she doesn't have the necklace anymore because she's given it to her mother. So was she being protected from aliens? Was it suppressing some kind of alien powers? Because I've decided that she is a descendant of Max and Isabel's mum, and the nice man that took them in, whose name, did we know it? I've forgotten it. I hate that I've forgotten it because he was such a good person. But yeah, I am really enjoying this season. I mean, last episode was a thing that occurred, but I think luckily for me, I am in a place where I think I can kind of accept the consequences of that as being like, okay, the characters have reached this place. Maria is still someone that, while I'm intrigued about what's going on with her, she's on thin ice. I need to see how she acts going forwards. But yeah, I mean, I love this show. It's gonna take a lot to make me not, and I'm just desperate to watch more, so yeah, let's go. So we are seeing their mum this episode, or at least she's being mentioned a lot.
Feel the current running
She's
through
training
your body.
Rosa.
Your
Love
hands
it.
guiding it with purpose.
She does need to learn how to control it. I love this. I mean, it's stressful too because learning any kind of power.
Stupid round must be bored rich lady at yoga. We've been at this for a week and I still can't control what happened to me. To think
With great power comes great responsibility.
Maybe don't remind her of all the Spider-Man movies she's missed. You know a thing or two about electricity shooting out of your fingertips at inopportune times. So let's think about it this way.
I swear to God, if you bring up alien puberty,
Yep, she's
one
getting
more
angry
time,
and poof,
No, I'm just
it's gonna happen.
Your heart isn't strong enough, and we don't know how your pacemaker's gonna respond to this.
So Max is going to be limited with what he can use from now on with his powers.
in your spine.
No, don't touch me. Look, you resurrected me. I jump-started your heart. We're good. That doesn't mean that I need to like you or trust you or want you around. You are the one who dangerous you are. I started drinking again to shut you up, so I'm sorry if I'm not super pumped that you're banging my sister.
Yep, anger is what is channeling it for Rosa.
Gonna hurt herself. Or someone else.
That is the danger. Oh, I love that he has Rosa back. Is this their mum? Because she was in there previously. Oh dear.
Friends and family discount.
It's been 10 years and she was a very useless person before then.
Come give your mama a kiss.
Oh god, what would you do in that circumstance?
If you're here for prom photos, you're a little late.
I wouldn't come empty-handed. Merry Christmas, happy 18th birthday, graduation.
My god.
Elena,
Your dad asked me to come.
I asked you to transfer your half of the diner to Liz so she could sponsor my residency. You could have.
I hate people like this that just try and take advantage of people.
You're not gonna
You know, she hasn't arrived and grovelled.
Path to citizenship, but a little part of me still lives in this place.
Oh, fuck
Fuck
off.
the
You've
kid
been
is
gone
number.
10 years.
How much? Can't. Busy. Forever.
You need to at least be grovelling if you want back in their
My
lives.
dinner?
Dinner's at 7. Try not to be a decade late this time.
They already hate her. Look, if you're genuinely
All I'm
sorry, you
saying
need to
is she had a
apologise.
very-
So you're gonna be a Planet 7 regular.
Maybe.
I'm very happy for you.
I should have known
Me
all
too.
along, honestly. I mean, what does an alien care about human gender constructs? Seriously, Max, if it doesn't work out with you and Liz, you should save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Sounds good.
Oh, I like
What's
that they're
up,
being a
Max?
family, but I
Hey,
am
that
stressed about
burrito.
Max.
Something wrong with your pacemaker?
Oh, they're
Liz
so
checks my
worried
vitals
about him.
constantly. I don't need you worrying too.
Well, tough, you're a
Why are
family.
you brooding?
Oh, I love that they're spending family time together.
Recurring dreams more than just a night terror. Maybe
Okay, I'm really glad he's telling them.
memory.
It happened
Maybe forgive you
when he
more
was
at the end.
awake.
Max, you just got your life back. It's probably just a dream.
I think if they
But
gave him more of the
isn't,
antidote,
why
it would
open up
unlock
some
it.
portal
But
to a dark
oh, it's
past
so
that
hard.
potentially involves
Because
child
the trouble
imprisonment?
is, now that it's slightly open, he needs to know.
Isabel's right. Let's just be happy with where we are.
This is
Oh
not
my
gonna
God.
last.
He's like if the heart eyes emoji and the cowboy hat emoji had a little emoji baby.
Oh yeah.
Yes. That is Michael's personality a lot of the time, underneath the brooding.
Where's my red jacket? Did you borrow it while I was dead?
Okay, you're ridiculous.
Mom, hate not leaving you alone. Sorry, I came in later.
Oh,
Liz, Mom is your kryptonite. Who's like desperate for her attention, and then she's
such a
gone,
protective
and
big
you're
little
crying under the
sister.
covers for a week. It's not.
To you,
but which applies to both of
Mom
them.
just left. But I took your advice and I stopped believing in her a long time ago.
I hope that's true. I mean, I think it should
I
be,
can
given
handle
it's been so
dinner,
long.
Okay?
I'm glad that they told Rosa, didn't try and keep it from her though. I mean, it's probably gonna have consequences, but... Ooh. Psychic times? Kyle? What is happening with Kyle?
We can get pad thai. Prasongo's. You alright?
Kyle does not deserve to be abducted by aliens.
I think Kyle Valenti's been abducted.
Has he? Please say he hasn't. Or is he going to
My
be?
heart was broke and
I
a
feel like the
part
sheriff
of
is going to
me
be more
died.
suspicious
Thought I couldn't
now.
breathe.
Eyes on you at all times now.
She's
Best duty's the
suspicious
best I
of
can
you as
offer.
being a murderer.
Maybe.
Who's this guy? Okay, good. Not abducted. People shouldn't be able to just casually wander. Oh, it's the
did the
daughter of
best
the
you could.
surgery.
You shouldn't be here. This room hasn't been
So
sterilized.
someone died. Everyone could just wander wherever they want to go.
If you were just talking to a ghost.
It would be quite interesting actually, if she was a ghost.
Seems a
Since a certain deputy refused to wear his uniform, my mom hates cops. It would have been awesome.
well, I'll have to get used to seeing me in civvies. Lundy wants me on desk duty.
That is good news.
Just do it for 6 months.
You can
Rest.
still do what you love without overtaxing your system. Desk cops.
Like 6 months of desk duty is not the end of the world, Max.
We are heading into a hostile negotiation. I am the prize, people.
We have to eat. I mean, look at Max. He's a bag of bones.
Hope you don't mind I'm early.
They do actually, yes.
Thank you for this, Arturo.
She has no right to act like
We
this.
have here. Arturito,
I really think they
this
should have like
one's going to
taken Rosa
sweep our
somewhere
daughter
else
off her
tonight.
feet.
She's gonna like
You
blow up
better
the
treat her
lights.
with respect.
In lieu of calling for 10 years, you cyberstalked me?
You seemed busy. I was very proud of me, huh?
No, you weren't. You don't have a right to act like this. You should be saying how
Look,
sorry
there
you are.
medical respect to your mom's.
It's
neurologist,
weird alien
but,
psychic power stuff,
if you
Maria.
need
It's
a
not.
medical advantage,
It's because you don't have your necklace anymore.
they try to help.
You need to rule out that it's not medical, I suppose, and then you can decide it was alien.
Ant larva, or eco-friendly recipe.
Space Jam helps.
Okay, let's get down to business.
I remember you drunkenly singing along to the radio with your daughters in the back seat.
I made a lot of bad choices back then. But not
And the way you're
anymore.
acting now is still bad choices.
10 years sober and counting.
Since Rosa died.
You could have been in your other daughter's life for those 10 years, couldn't you?
Losing her was a wake-up call. I was sick for a
Oh,
long time.
Rosa.
I needed help.
She wants to protect
I'm
Liz.
happy for you.
She can use her powers to like.
My
Short
greatest
stuff out.
regret is fearless. I like to think she
Oh,
got
Rosa.
me, but
Yep. Oh, I don't. I just need this woman to go. She's not controlling it. Oh God.
to my preciosa
Liz,
Rosa
oh my-
Linda, looking down at us from above.
Oh, Rosa. They should have taken her to Max's house with like Isabel watching her or something just for tonight. Because no one can deal with these emotions, and she's got powers she can't control. Oh, sweetheart.
Drop you off at Area 51 myself. Blame your boyfriend for messing with my
Oh.
DNA.
Please don't go downstairs.
Copy that, Warden.
It's for your own safety. Your mother would not be good at the whole. Yeah, that's what you should have done ages ago. At the whole resurrected daughter, that is the truth. I don't care about Steph. Like, she's just irritating. They need to make her likable if she's going to stick around.
Howdy.
Oh God.
Let me guess, Liz called you.
I'd like it if these two could be friends.
It's not. It's time to lighten up the
God, I cannot stand this woman. This is not how you act when you've ditched your family for 10 years. Your child for 10 years. Yes, I agree. I'm with Liz.
Time to discuss. No, Dad. Haven't we endured enough?
That was a bit like Liz did that, but was that Max? In board we trust.
Okay, emotion and grounding myself, right? But I can't do that. It is in my DNA to be screwed up,
It's
literally.
not, sweetheart. You can fight through it. You are so strong.
My mom's probably why he chose you too.
They can really, I don't know, bond together somehow and just get stronger together.
Grandma Patty powder.
Or does she have a necklace back? I'm is that a different necklace?
Still is. After my mom was finally fired from her job at the Pony, I bought the place.
That's my girl.
She's still on the nice, Maria.
Woman.
Maria, you are not an alien.
That's good.
Thank you.
I think she's part alien.
Your blood doesn't contain a certain protein that's present in all 3 members of the pod squad. And which somehow got into Rosa's
They called them the
system
pod
while she
squad.
was,
Marinate.
Her insurance company is the same one that paid for my dad's cancer treatments.
Okay.
So that's...
My dad got cancer because of an alien incident at Caulfield Prison.
Yes.
The fake insurance company established by Project Shepherd covered his bills.
Did her grandmother work there? How has that affected the family? Like, what's happening here? I need to know more. I know that's the whole point, but...
Rosa, to tell you, there's nothing wrong with me.
Max,
Yeah,
there
there
is, okay?
Your heart is weak.
Your eggs aren't getting any younger.
You have no right to ask her that.
I am. The last thing you want to do is spend more time with your horrible mother.
Yes.
But I'm trying, Liz.
You're not, because you
Meet me
haven't
halfway.
apologised. Is it going to be some emotionally manipulative present?
All you wanted for your quinces. But I dropped the ball. I did that a lot back then. I hoped one
This
day
is an
I'd
emotionally
be able to
manipulative
get them
present.
for you. It's all the things I lost. The
And
people
then you
I
waited
hurt,
10 years to do anything
those
about it.
things I missed.
Well, this is how you should have been from the beginning, apologising and being like, I was awful, not being like, hey, it's me.
Mija,
Oh, Liz, I'm sorry you're going through
seeing
this.
tus prom.
She's
About tonight.
She took the money while Liz wasn't here. Did she mess with the wiring? And then, yep, she took the money while Liz wasn't here.
Crashed down back to Nebraska.
She stole from them.
How much did you take?
Don't be rude, Mija.
I left the dial on 3. Just in case. You remembered the combination.
Kill your mother.
And show me the
No,
purse.
you're not.
Absolutely not.
Oh, Rosa. Rosa, Rosa, Rosa. Oh, gosh. Oh. Rosa. No, no, no. Oh, she's got pills. Rosa stealing her mum's pills is what she used to do.
Rosa pushed me away. She
Oh,
told me
fuck
to
off.
leave.
She was your child.
Heartbroken because you lied to her her whole life. You were the parent. Okay? She was a child. I was a child.
I left to protect you.
Then you should have stayed
I
gone.
couldn't
You should have just signed the paper and stayed gone. Oh, Rosa, please, if you get caught doing this, my love, you cannot be arrested. You're like the one person that cannot be arrested. Oh, sweetheart, go back to the room. Or to Isabel, or just somewhere safe.
I needed a mother, and you were nowhere to be found.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't let her see you.
You achieved so much. I may not be the PTA mom.
She would have achieved it without you, or with you.
But to give you a better life. And yet here you are.
No, to give yourself a
playing
better
house
life.
with a güerito cop.
That was a good
I cannot stand this woman.
You think that was fair?
Mm-hmm.
I felt like I had to be perfect to get a single scrap of your love. I was never good enough for you. You do not care about me or Rosa.
Oh, Rosa,
You
sweetheart.
knew that Rosa was skimming off your pain pills, but you figured that if you busted her,
Oh,
Mommy would
Rosa,
find
my
out about your
love.
You were selfish. And the Valentis.
Mm-hmm.
I know all about your affair with Jim. I know that Rosa was really his daughter.
Oh my god, does
And I know
Arturo
that
here?
she
Does Arturo know that?
threatened
Did he hear
to
that?
expose you if you didn't leave town. That Rosa relapsed. You were the reason that she was gonna leave.
Did he hear that? Did he know that? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh god.
Puppy.
Oh my god, Rosa, sweetie. Oh my goodness. Oh god, this is too much. Everything is going wrong. Rosa, sweetie, please just go.
Where's Max?
I told him to go home. Given your reputation, it could be anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So Michelle,
I have so much more of my mother than that.
Yep.
I only wish the same was true for you, Liz.
You're better off without her.
got a pen.
I hope we never see this woman again. It's painful, but Liz is better off without her, and so is Rosa.
For what it's worth, I really did want to see you.
It's not worth anything, actually. Parents that cause us the most damage. Where's Rosa?
I never wanted you to know.
Liz,
Oh.
I knew. I always knew, and it never mattered.
Tell Rosa, please let Rosa know that.
Rosa es mi hija.
Please
Siempre
tell
y para
Rosa
toda la
that.
vida.
You need to tell that to Rosa. Where is she? Is she gonna... Oh, she's gonna go up to her mum, isn't she? Oh no, Max.
I want the ring.
Ooh, is
When
this
you
gonna be
gonna
dark Max?
Arrest me?
I'm stressed that we're
Maybe
gonna
right.
see a darker side of Max.
I don't need to explain myself to you.
Then
I
fuck
wouldn't
off.
believe you anyway.
I never want to see you again.
Glad you weren't abducted.
I'm glad you're not named.
I'm stressed he's going to be abducted now. And okay, so she's not an alien, then could she be a descendant?
Patricia Harris. Her maiden name.
Oh
She
gosh.
signed up to participate in an experimental trial. Government was
goodness.
interested in weaponizing alien abilities. They wanted to create...
Discussing this in public. Oh wow.
Grandma was one of the first...
Kind of wish I was an alien instead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You do it.
Don't get abducted, I'm stressed now, it's gonna...
You okay? If I get tetanus, I get...
Oh my god, in her vision, was that what she saw? Did he have a cut in his sleeve? Yes. It's happening now, oh my god. Is he gonna get hit by a car or something? I'm very stressed. Maria.
What's wrong?
Oh my goodness. Yes! Good job, Max. Max Michael.
Kyle!
Oh, I love that he can use his powers out in the open. Is he okay? Oh my god, did he get him hurt? Oh god. I mean, that was better than being hit by a speeding car. So Maria can see the future. Interesting. But the necklace have protected her from, like,
Drop
any
the line
side
at the
effects.
hospital? Weird, because I have excellent bedside manner.
If my genetic inheritance isn't just injustice, it's also actually
That would be nice. That would be something to make you feel
saved a life today.
powerful. Oh, I need her and Arturo to
You smell
talk.
like lighter fluid. Which I guess is better than trashing Mom's car with an electric outburst.
Oh. Tell her, Rosa.
She's hurt us so much.
Because she's your mother and parents are so messed up
That I
when they
started
hurt
crying,
you.
and it made me so angry, and I felt helpless, and I couldn't rescue you. I'm sorry.
I'm fine. Mom is gone. And she's never coming back.
I hope.
I survived.
And so did you, my love. Oh.
We needed a mom. And it sucks that she didn't need us back, but
You don't need her
Mom,
now.
there's a silver lining. She's been sober for 10 years.
Oh.
I saw her chip.
She found the
If
pills.
Hurricane Elena can pull through,
Please tell me Rosa doesn't still have them.
so will you.
She doesn't want to disappoint Liz. You have got the most supportive sister and father. And a community of people that will do anything for you. Oh, this is killing me. Is he seriously going to do that to himself? Kyle!
Very contemplating American downfall, thanks to progressive socialism. But, Magic Mind...
I do not like this
seems
woman.
much more than someone
Kyle, this woman is anti everything you believe in.
I don't really have
Tell her to
friends.
leave.
You didn't get turned...
I don't care about this. Sorry, they've made Steph so unlikable. Kyle deserves better. So she can have him move on from Liz and then she can leave. I am still stressed that Max is different somehow. Because that was too easily resolved. And they're making us think it's just the whole memory thing that's carrying on.
How did you...
Don't worry. I didn't zap her, I swear. I mean, it's probably nothing, but I'm gonna look into it.
You should.
And I'm turning in my badge and my gun.
Max.
But I can't do desk duty. My friend might be in trouble.
I get it. I love that about you.
You have spare time to look for her.
But it still scares me.
Tell the sheriff about the car and then the police will look into it.
You won't.
It is dangerous with Max now that he can't overexert himself.
Pretty sure it's half yours now.
Guys, there's lots of windows. You haven't shut the blinds.
Started blacking out. I mean, Max literally murdered a man, but I'm the one who breaks.
You were traumatized.
You were
We were
scared and
kids.
alone for a while, though, with it.
At that age, trauma gets etched onto your soul.
Yeah, like with Max or with Michael,
But
what
what
he's
if it's
been
not
through.
in my soul? I understand myself now.
That's
I
a
need
good
to know where I'm
thing.
from, and if I don't know who my biological parents are, how am I ever gonna know
He
who I
can
really
tell you
am?
a little bit about that. Oh, Rosa, please don't take anything. Go to your dad, he loves you. Oh. No, 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 my love. I mean, if you slip up, you can fight back, or maybe you're not going to. Oh, Rosa, I love you. I love you, sweetheart. I'm sorry, sweetheart, that you've got so much going on. People should, like, stop leaving her alone when she's upset. Okay, so that was another kind of slower episode. I still really enjoyed it, but I kind of feel like in terms of the pace of Roswell, this was kind of the bit of the season where things just slow and then we're going to go crazy again. I'll start with Liz's mum, obviously, who is despicable. I mean, from what they'd said about her, she pretty much was going to be. You know, the only way that you could maybe have liked her would have been if she turned up now having just got clean and being kind of, I mean, when I sort of say like, you need to grovel, I mean, I don't mean like, you know, ridiculously, but she needs to come in and to be like, look, I'm so sorry, like, I know that I have been despicable and terrible and that you have no need to welcome me back into your life, that I don't deserve it, but I really want to do this for you and I really want to be there for you. You know, that would be a way that maybe you could give her another chance, but the way she was, being like, I deserve your love because I'm here, and then trying to be like a manipulative with like, you wanted this gift when you were 15, you're 28 now, here you go. Like, I just, no, I mean, I feel so bad for Liz and for Rosa and for Arturo. I mean, I know that she's moved on and he's very much content in his life. He's got his daughter back as well. But that was a lot. And I really wish that there had been a scene in which Arturo had talked to her. And, I mean, obviously they don't know that she overheard that fight, but I don't know. And just been like, look, I know that you know. Because Liz would have told him that she found out because Rosa found out, etc. That you are my daughter and I know, I've always known, and it doesn't change a thing. And that maybe that would have helped Rosa tonight. But yeah, Liz's mum, Rosa's mum, she can just go off the cliff with Sergeant Maines. I'm not a fan of her, obviously. I mean, she was not likeable. I didn't even when she was trying to be likeable, she just wasn't. And, you know, that's the kind of person that it just sucks, because everyone deserves parents that love them. Everyone deserves good parents, but not everyone gets them, and it's not fair. But I think Liz and Rosa are better off without her. That is without a doubt. They have got the most loving father in the world. And, you know, I have experience with a emotionally manipulative parent who constantly lets you down. I mean, I suppose I'll give him credit. He's not quite their mum, but I have some experience in that, and I know like how much it can mess you up and how hard it is to deal with. So genuinely, just my heart goes out to Liz and to Rosa especially, because she's still so young with it. And God, it was quite hard to watch. Like, I was just so angry at her, and kind of, yeah, it was a lot. But people are like that, and you know, like I said, I've got a version of that in my life. I mean, very different circumstances, you know, it's not comparable, but kind of a parent that lets you down, that is emotionally manipulative. And then a lot of people have versions worse than that. So, you know, it is something that people have that you have to deal with in your life, that, you know, you reach a certain age, and it's not even like the saying of the thing of being just like, you get older and you realise your parents are human, your parents aren't infallible, your parents are just equal, but sometimes you also realise that your parents suck. And that is a hard thing to deal with. But luckily for me, I have an amazing mother, like they have an amazing father, so, you know, there's always a silver lining. But anyway, that's enough of me but babbling on about my personal life. Just that I don't know how much I reacted, but it really did touch me and like affect me, because I could kind of relate to the sort of stuff going on, and even though, you know, my situation is very different, it just kind of affected me. So I kind of put a bit of a wall up, I think, between it. But that whole scene where she was yelling at her about, you know, how she hadn't been there, and about how Jim, I was really stressed for a minute that Arturo was going to have not known, but I kind of had always wondered if he did know, and he's the sort of man that even knowing wouldn't care. I mean, that little girl would be his daughter, and he was going to raise her, and he was going to love her, and that's why I really needed him to say that to Rosa. I needed Rosa to still be eavesdropping when he had that conversation with Liz where he said it didn't matter that she was his, because that Arturo just speaks, and I'm like, I'm going to cry, I love you. He is just everything, and I'm so glad Liz and Rosa both have this sort of unending source of love and comfort. And I know that obviously with Rosa, when she was alive, you know, she had lots of fights with her father, because he didn't know how to help her and he was feeling helpless. I think that is at the core of it, that he was feeling like everything he did she threw back at him, and kind of he didn't know what to do, and so he just kind of got angry, and I felt like his worst memory with her. And you know, he's human, but I think that he is such a good father, and I wish that he and Rosa could have had a talk about the whole Valenti situation. So then we have Steph exists. There's still something wrong with her that we don't know about. She's still anti-socialism or anti, left-wing policies, and I cannot stand people like that. Like, if they have those views, shut up and keep them to yourselves. Go be selfish over there if you've got lots of money and you're alright, Jack. Stop bringing them on my screen. I'm not enjoying Steph as a character at all. I really love Kyle, so I want Kyle to be happy, but Steph is not the answer. I'm not even the tiniest bit on board with this ship. Steph can leave, please. She needs to at the very least turn around and be like, oh, by the way, all my comments I made was just me being provocative. I actually don't think that. And then maybe I will be like, okay, you're still irritating, but I no longer despise you. But I do. I mean, okay. So you've got Sergeant Maines and Liz and Rosa's mum. They're kind of not quite equal, but they're here, and Steph's like here, and like the characters, and like Maria, who is still kind of irritating me because of what she did last episode, and the way Heather talked about it, like Heather's description of Maria wanting to prove that, of wanting Michael to choose between them and wanting to kind of sort out the situation so she could prove that she, like, I don't know, everything Heather said about it was just weird. I mean, really, really dislike Maria. I'm trying to not focus on it. So yeah, if we've got, like, here is where Steph is, Maria, like, a likeable character is here. She's the one that I like. She's irritated me. She's currently at the bottom of the pile. She needs to earn her way back up. But yeah, talking of Maria, we've been theorising since season 1. Was she actually psychic? I mean, it's obviously, if it was a real world show, I hate it if a cop show has a psychic come in and they imply that the person is actually psychic, because no, psychics are not real. They are not real. So, but then with Roswell, aliens are real, and like aliens have telekinesis and powers. So I mean, if they were to just say that psychics were real, I would have been more willing to take it, because this is a sort of sci-fi-ish show. But I like that we've always been theorising, is she connected to aliens? I know the big theory, like I even said at the beginning, was that, she was somehow descended from aliens, which doesn't seem to be the case. It would be ironic if they had experimented on someone who was also descended from aliens, but the fact that there was this experiment at Caulfield, and that maybe is what caused their powers. Now, the necklace she had, was that stopping her getting these visions? Was that also stopping her mentally deteriorating? I mean, we don't know the ins and outs of exactly what's wrong with them, but was it the necklace helping that, because it would also stop her powers? I don't know, but I thought it was really interesting. I kind of like the visions. I think it's more interesting when you have someone who has visions of the future, when they have visions of the future, but it's not exact. They were kind of like in a field and Carl dropped something and there were lights. It looked to us like the abductions we've seen, but obviously it was different. But I think that's going to be interesting if Maria's going to get weird flashes. Is she going to be able to learn to control it, or is she going to have to suppress it to save herself? I'm very intrigued by that. And, I like that she was able to see a silver lining in the fact that, her family had been experimented on. I mean, did they voluntarily get experimented on, like volunteer and get paid for it like people do? Or was it kind of much more sinister? I mean, with Caulfield, I kind of feel like probably sinister. But, though, yeah, we've always known somehow the DeLucas were all involved, and now we know a little bit more about that. And maybe, Mimi knows a little bit more about it as well, or at least did when she was younger. So Caulfield is still a lot of history. So I also thought it was realistic that to Michael, Caulfield is just hell. He hears that word, and understandably, not only is it for us as viewers being like, that was hell, it's his family and his mother was there. So for him, kind of knowing that his pure thing that was supposed to be just good and wholesome and not tangled up with all of that mess is right tangled up. I mean, in my opinion, Maria messed up last episode by being weird, by initiating a threesome, but we're moving past this. So in terms of their relationship, he's now kind of got that, and he's got the stress of, I mean, obviously it's very upsetting to find out that someone you care about has potentially got a degenerative disease or something, especially something that you don't understand, but they don't understand it, and he knows it's alien linked and Caulfield linked, and so is Caulfield gonna, hurt yet another person he cares about? Is a lot to deal with. So I kind of like that, well, I don't like that that's what's happening, but it's realistic that is the way Michael would take it, while still trying to be supportive of Maria, and I like that she was able to save Kyle. We still need to figure out what's going on, but at least Max is now going to be trying to investigate Jenna and where she is, so hopefully we'll get some answers there. And yeah, Isabel, coming... I really enjoyed her sort of dynamic with Rosa. I think with them it would always be slightly weird on Rosa's behalf, because she has all these memories that she now knows were Noah, but when she sees Isabel, she's going to think it was her. But I think they've kind of worked through that, and I like them together. I think in some ways she could be a good influence. I know some people still want them to get together romantically, but I just think Rosa's like 20 and Isabel's like 28, and no, that's weird. You know, if Rosa had aged with them, I wouldn't have a problem with that in the slightest. And I like that Isabel's open to continuing to explore her sexuality, maybe continue something with that woman. I mean, you know, yeah, especially, I mean, who knows what alien sexuality was. Maybe aliens could be with any alien of any gender. Maybe alien, you know, who knows. But I thought at the end, you know, Isabel does seem to kind of, she has been trying to deal with this, like Noah, I mean, she was targeted, you know, in the same way that Rosa was targeted, she was targeted. Noah didn't love her in the way a person should love someone. You know, he picked her, he targeted her, he violated her, and that is a lot to deal with. And we kind of saw that she had the freedom from him with the baby, when she was able to take her own control, but she's still got to deal with the fact that he choose me for a reason, is that why? So I like that kind of I mean, one thing I really appreciate about this show, and I actually appreciate, I mean, Rosa is a character that needs to talk to people, but I totally understand with who she is and how she is that she's not going to. But that Max at the beginning telling his siblings about his dream, and then Isabel talking to Michael about how she was feeling, and Michael talking to, like, I really like that the Pod Squad are their own little family, are properly being a family, and they're properly being honest and open to each other about how they're feeling. Like, I think we've turned a really significant corner, and if the show backtracks on that, I'm going to scream. But I really appreciated that. I do think Michael could have said, we found out some stuff about your mother, you know, like she survived the crash, or a woman who we think is very likely your mother, we don't know for certain. You know, that would have been something that I would have really appreciated him saying, but I guess maybe they'll say that off screen, like when she was like, I want to know where I came from, and then I was like, he knows something. So I feel like maybe now that Isabel's been open to the concept of looking into their past, maybe he will share that with her, and maybe it will happen on screen or off screen. But I really enjoyed that they are being open and honest and sharing their burdens. And obviously we still need to uncover Max and what his memory is of why he was being locked up. I mean, it's messed up. So what, but kind of, was that his family and like the people on the ship with them before he was put in the pod, or were the people on the ship escaping that situation? And because we know that there was a war from what Noah said, so we still need to find out more about that. And I do kind of think that unlocking more memories might be the way to go. And it's hard because I can totally understand, like, if you have a suppressed traumatic memory, it's good to keep it suppressed in some, and it's not affecting you. Keeping it suppressed is probably a good thing, but it is affecting Max. You know, he's been having nightmares since he was a child, and he had that vision when he was awake and just looking in the mirror. So, you know, it is something that is there, it is affecting him, and I think he probably needs to tap into it and see it to get through it. And do the others have were all three of them being locked up, or was it Max? Because I do feel like Noah said he was the chosen one. And I don't know if he meant the three of them were like chosen, but he seemed to say it to Max specifically, and the alighting and everything. So is it all linked to that? We need to find out more, and I guess he's going to need to. Now, I'm still stressed about Max, that maybe he has some kind of personality problem. Like, Max has always been a character that is willing to go a little bit dark, but like when he was with the mother at the end, I was like, oh, is he being Max, or is he being different? Is Max different now? I am still worried that Max is going to have some kind of side effect. You know, like I said, I could see the show giving him no more side effects other than the fact that he's got his slightly weaker heart, so he can't, you know, summon lightning and be there all great and like heal people all the time. You know, they've kind of taken that away from him, which is good. I mean, it's not good, but it's good that they're aware of this and they're going to try and keep him safe. It's good as well in a sense that, you know, if a character is grievously injured, it's not going to be as simple as Max being like, everything's better now, because he can't do that. But I could see that that's a real consequence of what happened. You know, it's a lasting consequence. It's not like, oh, he died and then poof, it was magically better. You know, there is a lasting effect. And you could see the show just moving on to being his unlocked memories, etc. But because this show is fast paced, that is something that I can understand, but I'm also worried that it's going to be a sting in the tail, that they're going to think it's just that, and then at the end of the season, bam, Max is there. Max is evil. Max has secretly been pretending all this time. He's not really Max. He's, I don't know, you know, like, I'm stressed about Max, basically. I'm not yet fully, actually at the end of the last episode, I was feeling more content with Max than I am at the end of this episode. But I think it's just because at the end of the episode, he went back to being more himself when he got his memories back of Liz, and I was like, oh, maybe that was the difference. But I'm still very stressed. One other thing I forgot to mention with Rosa was, I like that they haven't made her just completely and utterly okay with Max, etc. You know, a lot of stuff happened there, and in a sense she's okay with it, like when she told Liz to save him and she helped save him, etc. But in her mind, you know, what he did, I understand to an extent. I mean, given that there were basically no repercussions from him coming back, I don't quite understand it, but given that he thought there were, or maybe there were going to be in the end, you know, he was very terrifying to her in her nightmares, even without the stuff that he did in real life. So I like that they haven't forgotten that, and that they still have Rosa not being quite okay with it. But anyway, this was it was, for me, probably one of my less favourite episodes of the season, but I still really enjoyed it. It was much more emotional, and, you know, I enjoyed that we got kind of finally some answers with Maria, and that we saw, I mean, I could have done without seeing Liz and Rosa's mum, to be honest, but the emotions of the characters and everything, and obviously Rosa is in an even worse place now, and yeah, I think it's still a hard dynamic for Liz and Rosa, given that after all this time, Liz is now very much the big sister, and yet Rosa is always the big sister. Rosa's instincts are to be the big sister, so they're kind of both the big little sister, but it's like the big little sister and the little big sister, but also, given that Rosa can't just wander the streets, it is a very complex relationship. So I'm stressed on where the show's going to go next, but I'm very excited, and I can't believe we're already 7 episodes through. I feel like it just started. So yeah, this show is wonderful. Thank you for watching.